Imagine being in a heated argument, your emotions bubbling up to the point where you feel like you might explode. We've all been there. Whether it's a disagreement with a colleague, a fight with someone close to you, or a fiery debate online. But what if I told you there's a way to navigate these situations without letting emotions take control? The ancient Stoics, masters of emotional resilience and logical thinking, offer remarkable strategies for facing conflict with grace and composure. In this video, you'll learn 13 Stoic-inspired techniques to tackle conflict head-on, drawing from the wisdom of thinkers like Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius. Trust me, these methods might require more patience and effort than lashing out, but the rewards, inner peace, lasting solutions, and potentially transformed relationships are well worth it. So, are you ready to master conflict like a true Stoic? Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos about facing life's challenges with the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. Remember, your greatest victory isn't in defeating others, but in mastering your own mind and emotions. 1. Understand your adversary deeply. Imagine standing on the edge of a roaring river, the waters rushing violently by. A wise Stoic wouldn't just jump in. They would pause and focus on the hidden depths beneath the surface. This is the essence of the first Stoic tactic, delving into your opponent's mind. When faced with conflict, it's tempting to react immediately, but true understanding requires setting aside your initial judgments and observing the situation calmly. As Epictetus wisely noted, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Begin by stepping away from the situation and taking a deep breath. Mentally remove yourself and observe the conflict as if you were an outsider, like a fly on the wall. This emotional distance allows you to see things more clearly and think more logically. Next, try to understand the underlying reasons for your opponent's behavior. Instead of preparing counterarguments, ask sincere questions. What motivates them? What fears or desires drive their actions? What life experiences have shaped their perspective? By asking open-ended questions like, "What led you to feel this way?" or "What are your main concerns?" you can uncover valuable insights. Empathy, not agreement, is key. Put yourself in their shoes to understand their perspective, not necessarily to agree with it. What principles and beliefs guide them? How might they see the situation? This exercise in empathy can reveal potential common ground and help you understand the deeper issues at play. Conflict often stems from unresolved desires, fears, or past wounds. Look beyond the immediate argument to identify the underlying issues. What unmet needs are driving this conflict? Which fears are surfacing? Remember, your goal is to understand, not to justify their behavior. By seeking to understand the deeper layers of your opponent's experience, you can transform a raging river into a calmer stream, leading to understanding and potential resolution. 2. Choose your battles wisely. Life is filled with disagreements, whether it's political debates, workplace disputes, or personal arguments. However, as the Stoics teach us, not every conflict is worth our time and energy. The second Stoic tactic emphasizes the importance of choosing your battles carefully. Imagine yourself standing on a vast battlefield, with each argument representing a potential conflict. A wise Stoic would pause, evaluate the terrain, and ask, "Is this battle truly worth fighting? Will it affect my well-being or the things that truly matter to me?" By learning to focus on what's truly important, You can conserve your energy for the battles that genuinely deserve your attention. Speaking of navigating the complexities of life, relationships, and personal growth, I want to take a moment to introduce my latest ebook, which dives deep into Stoicism and how it can be applied to relationships. This book explores not only the timeless wisdom of the Stoics, but also addresses modern challenges such as dealing with narcissism, understanding vulnerability, and finding happiness in your relationships. Whether you're struggling with a problematic relationship or simply want to live a more fulfilling life, this book offers practical advice and Stoic insights to help you on your journey. And the best part? It's currently available at a massive discount. If you're interested in exploring these topics further and transforming your approach to relationships, be sure to check it out. The link is in the comments below. Don't miss out on this opportunity to deepen your understanding of Stoicism and relationships. 3. Speak with calm and clarity. Picture yourself facing an opponent, with words ready to strike like weapons. But the Stoic approach emphasizes calm clarity over aggression, opening the door to more constructive dialogue. Instead of hurling insults and accusations, this tactic, inspired by Stoic thinkers like Seneca, centers on clearly expressing your needs and concerns to foster understanding and reduce hostility. The key components of Stoic communication are rooted in patience, respect, and clarity. First, hone your active listening skills. Don't just wait for your turn to speak. Genuinely listen to what the other person is saying before responding. Pay attention to both their words and body language. Don't interrupt, nod thoughtfully, and maintain eye contact. This demonstrates that you respect them and value what they're saying. Respect their feelings, even if you disagree. Statements like, "I understand you're feeling upset," or "It sounds like this issue is important to you," can build rapport and help establish a connection. When expressing your concerns, use "I" statements instead of "you" statements. For example, instead of saying, "You always do this," try saying, "I feel hurt when this happens." This reduces defensiveness and encourages a more collaborative approach to problem solving. Speak firmly and calmly, without aggression. As the Stoics believed, true strength is found in control, not noise. Speak up to ensure you are understood, not because you are angry. Maintain a composed tone, even when speaking with confidence and assurance. Avoid insults and personal attacks, as they will only escalate the conflict. Focus on solutions, not points. Remember that the goal is to find a resolution that works for both of you, not to win the argument. Start the conversation with a question like, "What can we do to resolve this together?" and center the discussion around collaborative problem solving. Practicing calm, clear speech is a skill that requires patience. If you make a mistake, don't be afraid to apologize and be patient with yourself. The more you practice positive communication, the easier it will become to navigate even the most challenging situations. 4. Seek common ground. Imagine two climbers scaling what seems to be separate peaks, only to discover as they ascend that their paths converge at a shared summit. This metaphor captures the essence of the fourth tactic in our journey through conflict, seeking common ground. It's rooted in the Stoic idea of oikiosis, living in harmony with the natural order. While disagreements often make it seem like our values or goals are at odds, the Stoics encourage us to look deeper and find the underlying currents that connect us. By focusing on these commonalities, we can build a foundation for collaboration and compromise, leading to a more amicable resolution. Start by shifting your perspective from me to we. Move beyond individual viewpoints and reframe the conflict as a cooperative effort toward a shared goal. Ask yourself, what do we both ultimately want? This shift in perspective allows for potential points of agreement, even if they aren't immediately obvious. Look for the needs beneath the surface. Conflicting wants often stem from unmet needs. Explore what needs each of you is trying to fulfill through this conflict. Is it a need for security, respect, or recognition? Identifying these shared needs can foster empathy and make finding solutions that address them easier. Discover shared values. Our actions are guided by our values. Look beyond the specific issue at hand and explore the core values that each of you holds. Do you both value honesty, fairness, or decency? Shared values can serve as a moral compass, guiding you towards solutions that align with your beliefs. Start small and build momentum. Celebrate small victories. Don't expect to reach full agreement on everything right away. Instead, focus on finding small points of agreement, no matter how minor they seem. These initial agreements can build trust and momentum, making it easier to tackle more significant issues. Remember that the key is patience. Finding common ground takes time, so be patient and understanding. Recognize progress, acknowledge setbacks, and remember that every step toward collaboration is a step away from conflict. By practicing this Stoic technique of seeking common ground, you embark on a journey that transcends simple solutions. By recognizing the connections between your experiences and laying the foundation for a more peaceful future, you seek a common path. Remember, those who climb together, guided by the light of shared values and interests, will reach the summit of understanding. 5. Appeal to their inner values. Picture yourself before a towering oak tree, its roots deeply entwined with the earth. Moving the oak by sheer force alone would be nearly impossible. A wise Stoic, however, would understand the power of the elements, wind and water, that can gently nudge something towards its nature. This metaphor illustrates the Stoic tactic of appealing to inner values, a powerful tool for resolving conflicts with skill and grace. Rather than attacking your opponent directly, you focus on the fertile ground of their values and beliefs. By understanding and respecting their inner compass, you can find solutions that resonate with their core principles, leading to more genuine buy-in and lasting agreements. Begin your Stoic journey by uncovering the value landscape. Become a value archaeologist by doing your homework before presenting your case. What principles do they hold dear? What values guide their actions? Pay attention to what they say and do, and take note of what they praise, criticize, and admire. This helps you create a map of their value landscape, highlighting potential points of connection. Next, bridge the value gap by identifying common themes. Don't assume that their values are entirely different from yours. Look for shared values, even if they don't seem directly related to the current situation. Do you both value duty, honesty, or fairness? Identifying these common values acts as a bridge, allowing you to present your case in a way that resonates with them. Speak in their language. Once you have a clear understanding of their values, tailor your message to fit them. Rather than trying to manipulate them, speak in a way that addresses their interests and concerns. This is about framing your values in a way that aligns with theirs, creating a sense of common ground rather than compromising your own. Show, don't just tell. Actions speak louder than words. Instead of merely explaining how your solution aligns with their values, demonstrate it. Provide concrete examples, anecdotes, or past actions that illustrate how your approach embodies the core values. This makes your argument more convincing and relatable. Remember, respect is key. Seek understanding, not domination. Always approach this process with respect and empathy. Remember, your goal is not to control or overpower them, but to help them see how a solution can address your concerns while aligning with their values. By using this Stoic tactic, you become a skillful navigator rather than a warrior, guiding your opponent to a place where they can genuinely see the value in your position. True change comes from resonating with the values that shape a person's identity, not from coercion. This approach fosters mutual respect and understanding, ultimately leading to solutions that benefit everyone involved. 6. Use humor wisely. Imagine yourself walking a tightrope stretched over a deep chasm, where one wrong step could send you plummeting into the depths of offense. Humor, when used wisely, can act as a balancing pole, helping you stay upright and navigate conflict gracefully. The sixth Stoic technique captures this delicate metaphor, acknowledging the power of laughter to diffuse tension and create a more open atmosphere for dialogue. A well-timed joke or playful remark can release pressure, allowing understanding to flourish and helping to release pent-up frustration. But as the Stoic philosopher Seneca warns, a joke is a delicate thing, and a jest may turn into an insult. We must use humor with deliberate caution to fully harness its potential. Here are some guidelines for navigating the comedic tightrope. Know your audience. Not everyone shares the same sense of humor, so consider your opponent's style of humor and personality before making a joke. What makes them laugh? What topics might be sensitive? When in doubt, err on the side of caution, as what plays well with one person might offend another. Aim for shared laughter, not scorn. The goal is to create a shared sense of humor, not to use jokes as a weapon to belittle or undermine your opponent. Self-deprecating humor is often a safer bet, as it shows humility and a willingness to acknowledge your own flaws. Timing is everything. After reading the room, reread it. Humor can backfire if used at the wrong moment. Before introducing a joke, assess the emotional intensity of the situation. If the tension is still high, it's best to wait until things have calmed down. Maintain kindness and avoid sarcasm. Leave insults and sarcasm at the door. Avoid making jokes about sensitive topics, stereotypes, or personal attacks. Remember, the goal is to build bridges, not burn them. Use humor as a tool, not a crutch. Don't rely solely on humor to resolve the conflict. While humor can be a useful tool, it should not replace genuine communication or addressing important issues. Don't expect it to be a magic fix. Use it sparingly to ease tension and create openness. When in doubt, it's better to refrain from making a joke than to risk offending someone. Trust is easier to build than to rebuild after a mistake. By applying these Stoic principles, humor can become a powerful tool for building rapport, easing tension, and opening the door to more productive conflict resolution rather than a dangerous tightrope walk. Remember, the power of laughter lies in its ability to unite, not divide. When used wisely, it can transform tense situations into opportunities for understanding and resolution, something that might surprise you. 7. Offer empathy. Picture yourself on a rocky mountain path, staring across a chasm at a fellow climber who seems to be heading in the opposite direction. Their frustration and anger ripple through the air like a storm. Instead of hurling arguments across the void, the Stoic approach would be to gradually descend, bridge the gap, and extend a hand of understanding. This is the essence of the seventh tactic, the Stoic principle of offering empathy. Empathy is a powerful tool for resolving conflicts peacefully, even in the heat of the moment. As Marcus Aurelius advises, whenever you are about to find fault with someone, ask yourself the following question: what fault of mine most nearly resembles the one I am about to criticize? By acknowledging the other person's emotions and validating their experiences, you can create a genuine connection and open the door to more constructive dialogue. Here's how to develop this Stoic superpower. Shift the focus from me to them. See the world through their eyes. Try to understand the situation from their perspective, rather than just focusing on your own. What life experiences have shaped their emotions? What insecurities or fears might be driving their behavior? This shift in perspective fosters empathy and allows you to recognize their unique reality. Listen to the words above the words. Communication involves more than just words. Pay attention to nonverbal cues like body language, tone of voice, and facial expressions, as well as the words spoken. These often reveal deeper emotions that may be hidden beneath the surface. Strive to understand while actively listening without judgment. Acknowledge, don't judge. Validate their emotions, even if you don't agree with their actions. Let them know that you recognize and empathize with their feelings. Phrases like, "I can see why you're upset," or "it sounds like this issue is really important to you," can build trust and reduce defensiveness. Look for the hidden pain. Identify the root cause of the conflict. Anger and frustration often stem from deeper emotional wounds. Explore what might be causing them pain, fear, or insecurity. Deeper understanding allows you to address the root cause, not just the symptoms, and fosters empathy. Remember that empathy is not agreement. Walk alongside them, not in front of them. Showing empathy doesn't mean endorsing their behavior or sacrificing your values. It simply means recognizing their perspective and creating an environment that encourages genuine dialogue. You can navigate the conflict with dignity and understanding, even if you don't agree. By embracing this Stoic principle of empathy, you create a bridge of understanding rather than simply a bridge across a chasm of conflict. There's hope for true resolution in that connection, not just for the present, but for how you interact with each other in the future. So come down from the mountain, reach out, and offer the gift of empathy. Together, you might embark on an unexpected journey. 8. Embrace the art of compromise. Imagine yourself standing before a mighty oak tree, its branches stubbornly swaying in the wind. Trying to force the oak to bend to your will might cause harm to both the tree and yourself. A more stoic approach, inspired by the philosophy of compromise, is learning to bend and adapt, finding a way for the wind and the oak to coexist peacefully. Rigid positions and absolutes rarely lead to successful conflict resolution. Epictetus wisely stated, "Seek not to have events happen as you wish, but wish them to happen as they do, and you will have a tranquil life." The ability to find solutions that address both your concerns and those of your opponent is a sign of true strength. Here's how you can practice this Stoic art. Shift from me to we. Reframe the conflict as a cooperative effort. See this situation as an opportunity to find a solution that works for everyone, rather than as a competition. This shift in perspective opens the door to more harmonious outcomes and creative problem solving. Identify common goals. Look beyond the immediate argument and identify shared long-term goals. Perhaps both parties value fairness, respect, or a productive working relationship. Finding these common goals lays the foundation for compromise. Prioritize and let go. Not every detail matters equally. Decide what's most important to you and be willing to let go of less important issues. This allows you to focus on finding solutions that address your core concerns. Look for a win enough or win-win solution. Rather than seeking a win for one party, aim for a solution where all parties feel their needs are understood and at least partially met. This reduces resentment and fosters a sense of fairness. Remember, compromise is a journey, not a destination. Patience and flexibility are key. Compromises are rarely one-time deals. Be prepared to revisit the agreement if circumstances change or new information comes to light. A lasting compromise requires open communication and a willingness to adapt. By embracing the Stoic art of compromise, you don't lose your needs or values. Instead, you demonstrate strength, adaptability, and a commitment to finding solutions that work for everyone. You learn to live in a state of dynamic equilibrium, not resistance, like the wind and the oak, which benefits everyone by bringing about a more peaceful and harmonious outcome. 9. Seek external aid without shame. Picture yourself tangled in a thicket of thorns, the branches blocking your path as they twist and turn. No matter how hard you try, progress feels impossible. This frustration often mirrors the feeling of being stuck in a conflict where communication breaks down and resolution seems unattainable. However, the Stoics remind us that we are not alone, even in these situations. The ninth tactic emphasizes the wisdom of seeking external help, not as a sign of weakness, but as evidence of your commitment to finding a positive path forward. Just as a Stoic philosopher guides their students towards wisdom, a mediator or counselor can serve as an impartial third party to help navigate the complexities of conflict. They can provide a controlled environment for discussion, ensuring that both sides are heard and respected. Their expertise can be invaluable in untangling the complex communication and clearing the emotional underbrush. Uncover the knots of emotion. Strong emotions often cloud communication, making it hard to understand others' perspectives or express yourself clearly. An impartial third party can help untangle these emotional knots, creating a calmer, more productive environment for dialogue. Bridge the divide. Counselors and mediators are trained to identify and help bridge gaps in understanding between conflicting parties. By helping each party see things from the other's perspective, they can foster empathy and reduce defensiveness. Guide the conversation towards resolution. Skilled facilitators can steer the conversation toward constructive problem-solving, ensuring that all parties have a chance to voice their concerns and work together to find solutions. Provide tools and resources. Many counselors and mediators have specialized training in conflict resolution and communication techniques. In the long run, they can equip you with the tools and strategies needed to handle conflicts more effectively in the future. Remember, seeking help is a strength. Asking for help is a sign of wisdom, not weakness. It shows that you are committed to finding a solution that works for everyone and are willing to invest in your growth and the success of the relationship. By seeking external aid, you can benefit from the wisdom and experience of others, helping you and your opponent navigate the complexities of conflict and reach a peaceful and constructive resolution. Remember, sometimes receiving help can light the way forward, reminding you that you are not alone, even in the most challenging situations. 10. Practice forgiveness. Imagine yourself chained to a massive rock, its weight dragging you down while its jagged edges cut into your skin. This weight, keeping you stuck in the past, is the burden of resentment and unforgiveness. Forgiveness, a gift to yourself, is a powerful tool offered by Stoic philosophy to release these chains. Forgiveness doesn't mean condoning the past or excusing the other person's actions. Seneca reminds us, "He who is revengeful lives with a wound always open." Instead, forgiveness is a conscious choice to let go of the hurt that keeps you anchored in negativity, allowing you to move forward with greater clarity and peace of mind. Here's how to embark on this self-liberating Stoic journey. Shift the focus from them to you. Recognize the impact on your well-being. Holding on to anger and resentment does more harm to you than to the other person. It drains your energy, clouds your judgment, and makes it harder to find happiness and peace. By choosing forgiveness, you take back control of your emotional state and prioritize your well-being. Recognize the power of perspective. Look at the situation from a broader perspective. Forgiveness sometimes requires understanding the context and intentions of the other person. This means acknowledging their flaws and vulnerabilities, not excusing their actions. This shift in perspective can foster empathy and reduce the emotional weight of the situation. Let go but remember. Release the past, not the lessons. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting the past. It means letting go of the negative emotions tied to it. Remember the lessons learned, but let go of the resentment and anger that weigh you down. Engage in active forgiveness. Remember that forgiveness is an ongoing process, not a one-time event. Make a conscious effort to forgive. It's a journey that requires continuous commitment. Practicing active forgiveness involves consciously letting go of negative thoughts and feelings whenever they arise. Techniques like journaling, mindfulness, and meditation can be valuable tools in this process. Remember, forgiveness is your gift to yourself, not to them. Ultimately, forgiveness is a gift you give yourself. It frees you from the chains of negativity, allowing for greater joy, peace, and emotional resilience. Forgive not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. By embracing Stoic forgiveness, you don't erase the past but reshape your present and create space for a brighter future. You choose the path of peace and self-compassion, freeing yourself from the burden of bitterness and anger. Remember, forgiveness is a sign of strength, not weakness, demonstrating your commitment to your own well-being. So, take a deep breath, let go of the weight, and step into a future filled with greater freedom and inner peace. 11. Grow from the ashes of conflict. Imagine a phoenix rising from the ashes, renewed and stronger. This powerful metaphor embodies the spirit of the 11th Stoic strategy, using conflict as a catalyst for personal growth. Remember Epictetus's advice: make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens. By reflecting on and learning from conflict, you can turn it into an opportunity for self-improvement and growth. Here's how to embark on this transformative journey. Adopt a learning mindset. See obstacles as opportunities. Shift your perspective from viewing conflict as purely negative to seeing it as an opportunity for growth and learning. Approach the situation with curiosity and be willing to examine your actions and shortcomings. Excavate your underlying motivations. Reflect deeply on your role in the conflict. What triggered your reactions? Which beliefs or values were challenged? What emotions dominated? And how did they influence your actions? Honest self-reflection is crucial for understanding your patterns and triggers. Identify actionable areas for improvement. Turn reflection into action. Don't just dwell on your reflections. Translate them into concrete steps for improvement. Did you struggle with effective communication? Consider improving your active listening skills. Did your emotions get the better of you? Explore mindfulness techniques to enhance emotional regulation. Seek guidance and feedback. Learn from trusted mentors. Seek out a trusted friend, therapist, or mentor who can support your growth and provide objective feedback. Discussing your experiences and insights with a third party can offer new perspectives and foster accountability. Remember, growth is a process. Patience is key. Personal growth takes time and effort. Stay committed to your ongoing development. Celebrate small victories and view setbacks as learning opportunities. By embracing this Stoic philosophy, you can transform conflict from a destructive force into a powerful catalyst for self-discovery and positive change. You rise from the ashes, stronger, wiser, and better equipped to face challenges with poise and resilience. Remember, you have the power to learn and grow, and even the most difficult conflicts can become stepping stones on your journey to becoming the best version of yourself. 12. Set boundaries. Picture yourself standing on a pristine beach, the waves gently crashing at your feet. But wait, someone is encroaching on your space, making you feel uncomfortable. In this scenario, the 12th Stoic tactic, setting boundaries, is a powerful tool for protecting your well-being and inner peace. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters, Epictetus reminds us. While we can't control others' actions, we can influence how we respond. By defining what you will and won't tolerate, you can shield yourself from negativity and foster healthier relationships. Here's how to apply this Stoic principle in practice. Know your internal compass. Identify your needs and values. Before setting boundaries, reflect on what matters most to you. What behaviors align with your values? What actions drain your energy or violate your personal space? Defining these internal boundaries lays the foundation for effective communication. Communicate clearly and respectfully. Words, not walls. Avoid vague statements or passive-aggressive behavior. Use I statements to assertively and directly communicate your boundaries while focusing on your needs and feelings. Remember, polite communication is key to fostering cooperation and understanding. Consistency is crucial. Once you've set boundaries, be steadfast like a lighthouse. Don't make exceptions out of guilt or a desire to avoid conflict. By consistently upholding your boundaries, you gain respect from others and demonstrate self-respect. Prepare for resistance. Not everyone will welcome your boundaries. Be ready to face opposition, but calmly reiterate your stance and emphasize the importance of respecting your needs. Remember, boundaries empower you. Setting boundaries is not selfish but essential for protecting your mental and emotional health. By safeguarding your space and energy, you create an environment where you can thrive, aligning with Seneca's goal of living with a cheerful heart and a grateful spirit. By embracing this Stoic principle, you create a lighthouse that guides both you and others toward greater respect, clear communication, and ultimately, healthier and more fulfilling relationships, rather than building walls. Remember, setting boundaries empowers you to live a life full of inner freedom, respect, and tranquility. It's an act of self-love,